Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1972 season is on the air. Today's date is May 30, 1972. This is our final game in the month of May. We are at Memorial Stadium for a pretty good American League East matchup between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. The Red Sox come into this game one game under 500. They actually got out to a good start, but have struggled lately and are now 16-17. The Orioles lead the American League East at 22-13. And right now, the Orioles look like they got no signs of stopping. Of course, in 72, Baltimore was a pretty darn good club. So they get the call today here, and for tonight's matchup here at Memorial Stadium. And hopefully we will have a good game. This is Friday Night Baseball, and we all know that Friday Night Baseball can be very interesting. Jeremy Brooks and Jimmy Jam join us here at Memorial Stadium. The Red Sox historically won this game 6-0. They had 8 hits. Baltimore had only 3 hits and an error. So in a game like tonight, where only 3 hits were done, historically, you never know what might happen tonight. So hopefully this should be a good matchup for some Friday Night Baseball. This is the last game of the month of May. So standings for this season after May will be posted in the Universal Baseball Lounge so you guys can see the standings of 72 after 2 months of play. You might find a couple of surprises when you get there. Anyway, I guess it's time to go to today's game. Let's take a look and see what we got. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles tonight is Mike Cuellar. 18 wins, 12 losses, a 2.57 ERA, 132 strikeouts, and 67 walks. I don't think Cuellar is a Hall of Famer, but does anybody have a problem if I say Mike Cuellar belongs in the Hall of the Very Good? Does anybody have an issue with that statement? Because I look at Cuellar, he had a career ERA of 3.12 and almost 1,600 strikeouts. I think Mike Cuellar belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. Does anybody have a problem with that? I just don't think, I just don't think there should be an issue. Let's go to the top of the first and let's see what the Red Sox have to show us tonight. Let's get started. Leading off for the Red Sox will be center fielder Tommy Harper, a 254 average, 14 homers, and 49 RBIs in 72. We're going to use orange, white, and black dice. Orioles are the home team. The fans here at Memorial Stadium are cheering on their O's. What will happen tonight on Friday Night Baseball? Cuellar, 2-5. That's an automatic out, and that will be a fly ball to left field. And Don Baylor will get to that one and make the play. 1 out, and we'll see the shortstop, Luis Aparicio, Hall of Famer. Yeah, 257 average, 3 homers, 39 RBIs in 72. Cuellar with the pitch. 5-2, that's an error on a grounder. Aparicio, 4-6, and he smacks one into right field. That's going to be a double into right. The right fielder is Terry Crowley. His error rating is a 0. He won't make an error, so Aparicio will get to second. And that is a 2-bagger for him. So runner on second, Doug Hunt and Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike, join us here at Memorial Stadium. So runner on second base. And that will bring up the left fielder, Phil Gagliano, a 256 average, a homer and no homers, and 10 RBIs in 72. Anything on the strat? That is a 19. Gagliano, a good bunter. But with a runner on second base, I'm going to let him swing away. Cuellar with the pitch. Cuellar, 5-4, possible error. Gagliano, 2-6, and that's a fly ball hit to left field. Going after that is Don Baylor. His error rating is a 4. That's a 9. He'll make the catch. And Aparicio will stay at second base automatically. Since a fly out to left is an automatic -3 to the modification, he will stay put 2 down. And now next up will be the right fielder, Reggie Smith. I think he's Hall of the Very Good. Actually, some people think Reggie Smith belongs in the Hall of Fame. 270 average, 21 homers, 74 RBIs. Cuellar, the bat. Cuellar will strategy roll. Nothing happening there. Cuellar with the pitch. Cuellar, 6-6 against the switch right. That's a blank. Smith, 2-1, and that's a pop fly ball to first base. And that's going to be Boog Powell, who will get there, and he will make the catch and end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the first. Utah Mike, I got a question for you. I said this earlier. Mike Cuellar, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but do you have a problem putting him in the Hall of the Very Good? Mike Cuellar, I think he belongs in there with a 3.12 career ERA. What do you think there, Utah Mike? Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox tonight, we've seen him before, is Ray Culp. 5 wins, 8 losses, a 4.46 ERA, 52 strikeouts, and 50 walks in 72. By the way, Memorial Stadium, unlike Baltimore of today, Memorial Stadium, definitely a pitcher's park. Only 84 home runs hit there in 72. Adds 1 to strikeouts and detracts 1 to walks. So bottom of the first inning. And leading off for the Orioles will be the center fielder, Merv Redmond. 233 average, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. So Culp will go ahead and pitch. Culp, 6-3, that is a blank. Redmond, 5-1, and that's a ground out hit to third base. And Rico Petrocelli will go ahead and make the play, and that is out number 1. Hall the Very Excellent in an era of too many superstar pitchers. I will agree with that. That is fine. You want to say Hall the Very Excellent? I will have no issue with it. Next batter is the second baseman, a young Bobby Grich, only 23 years old, in 72. 278 average, 12 homers, 50 RBIs. A lot of people say Bobby Grich could have probably been a Hall of Famer. Culp will pitch. Culp, 3-5, strikeout 14. That's just going to miss. Grich, 6-6, and that's a pop fly ball to short. And Luis Aparicio will get there and make the play, out number 2. 2 outs, and now we'll see the right fielder, Terry Crowley. 231 average, 11 homers, and 29 RBIs. Phoenix Knight joins us here at Memorial Stadium. 23 years old, he's not even out of short pants in the big leagues yet. Culp, 4-3. That is a home run chance. Lefty, 1-11. The 3 is good, and that's going to be good enough because Crowley has 20s. So that's going to be pretty clear. That's actually pretty done well. That ball is hit pretty hard. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Terry Crowley. The Orioles historically got shut out in this game, but Terry Crowley says we're going to be a little bit ahistorical today. It's a home run for Crowley. It's 1-0 Orioles. John Haverly joins us here at Memorial Stadium. And now the batter will be the left fielder, a 23-year-old young Don Baylor. 253 average, 11 homers, 38 RBIs, another young kid. A young Don Baylor. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, but the Orioles, a home run by Crowley. Culp, 5-4. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 5-6. And that is a home run to the pull side. Against the righty, Baylor needs a 20. And, well, I guess we got back-to-back jacks. Kaboom! That ball was hit pretty high. That ball was hit pretty deep. And that ball is hit pretty gone. Home run, Don Baylor. He joins the home run club tonight. Home run to the pull side. He sends that over the left field wall. Back-to-back jacks. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2-0. Back-to-back home runs by Crowley and Baylor. And now that'll bring up another guy who was pretty big. First baseman, Boog Powell. 252 average, 21 homers, 81 RBIs. Was Boog Powell, I've seen pictures of him. Utah Mike, was Boog Powell a beast? He was pretty big. Culp, 5'4", that's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 2-5, and that's a deep fly ball to left field, but that one will stay in the park. And that will retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits. 2 solo bombs, one by Crowley and one by Baylor, and it's 2-0 O's after 1. Killebrew big, yes. And John Haverly says a beast for sure. Jaws say Gritch belongs, but if you allow Gritch, your buddy, and on your Christmas card list, Utley needs an invite. I don't know about Utley. But so far, from what I've heard from the voting so far on the Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, a Hall of Fame voting for this year, I think we're going to get what we want this time for once. Top of the second, 6'4", 230 pounds. Yeah, that's pretty big. Leading off for the Red Sox will be the third baseman, Rico Petrocelli. I believe that's one of Al Red Sox fans' favorite players, one of his favorites. 240 average, 15 homers, 75 RBIs. Cuellar will pitch. Cuellar 1-6, strikeout 7, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first K for Cuellar, 1 down. And now the first baseman, Danny Cater. Don't know much about him. 237 average, 8 homers, 39 RBIs. Cuellar with the pitch. Cuellar 2-4, strikeout. The 15 is high. Cater, a 4-1, and that's a line out right to short. And that's going to be Belanger, Mike Belanger making the play, 2 down. And now the second baseman, Doug Griffin, a 260 average, 2 homers, 35 RBIs. If Mauer gets snubbed, it'll be a crime. From what I've seen, Mauer is going to be in. From what I've seen so far, so right now, from what I've seen, according to the Hall of Fame vote ticker, which they have, Beltre, which is a no-brainer, Mauer, which should be a no-brainer, Wagner is a no-brainer. I think Wagner will get in, and Helton right now should be getting in. Helton should be put in with Larry Walker at the same time. I don't understand that. The one that's too close to call is Gary Sheffield. That is the guy I'm thinking that I think he needs to get in, and I believe he will choose a Marlins cap. He would be the first Florida Marlin to be put in there. Cuellar, 3-5, strikeout 14, that will miss. Griffin, a 5-4, and that's a ground out to short, easily handled there by Belanger again. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Cuellar. We go to the bottom of the second. Helton should be in for sure. He should have been put in with Larry Walker. Him and Walker have pretty much the exact same stats. I have no idea why they didn't put them both in. Leading off for the Orioles will be this guy, third baseman, Mr. Brooks Robinson, best fielding third baseman in baseball history. 250 average, 8 homers, 64 RBIs. And yes, I'll say one of the greatest of all time. Culp will go ahead and he will pitch. Culp, 3-5, strikeout, got him on a 1. Nice, got on strikeout. First strikeout for Culp. And the next batter will be the catcher, Ellie Hendricks. 242 average, 2 homers, 10 RBIs for B. Moore in 72. Culp, 4-5, error on a grounder. Hendricks, 3-4, and that's a power hit to center field. That's a 10, and that's going to be a double into center field. That's hit to Harper. Harper's error rating is a 4. He will not make an error. He'll get that, and he'll toss it in. And Hendricks is safe at second with a double. So the Orioles are coming out hitting so far in this game. Here's the shortstop, Mark Belanger. 186 average, 2 homers, and 16 RBIs. Hendricks at second base. Anything on the strat? Nope, nothing happening. Culp will go ahead and pitch. Culp, 1-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Belanger, 4-4, and that's a ground out to second base. Handled easily there by Griffin. Hendricks will go to third. That's out number 2. And now that'll bring up the pitcher, Mike Cuellar, who actually could hit the ball. 126 average. He had 2 homers in 72 and 7 RBIs. Robert, rest in peace. Today we're losing Icon Magazine Sports Illustrated. That is a shame. Yeah, that would be, I believe I've heard that. I haven't read up on that yet, but I am checking. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Hendricks stays where he is. Culp. 1-4, possible error. Cuellar, 2-4. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit. To Petrocelli, his error rating is a 6. That's a 1. It's going to go through his legs. That's going to be an error. Cuellar gets to first. Hendricks will score. It's 3-0 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! So that is an E5 on Petrocelli. That's the first error on the Red Sox. They did not have any errors in the game historically. But it's 3-0 as Cuellar will get to first on a bat on right through his legs. And now here's Redmond. Redmond is 0 for 1. So right now, Culp having a rough day out there, but not all his fault. 2 men out. 3-0 Orioles now. Cuellar, I don't think he's going to do anything, and he won't. Culp, 4-6, strikeout 3. He got Redmond, struck him out, and that will end the inning. Strikeout number 2 for Culp. But 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error. And the Orioles now have a 3-0 lead here. After 2. Yeah, they couldn't keep up with the changes. Sports Illustrated. It's because really magazines, really a lot has changed since then. Top of the third, leading off for the Red Sox will be Mr. Pudge himself, the catcher, Carlton Fisk. Hall of Famer? Yes. One of the best catchers of all time? Absolutely. 293 average, 22 homers, 61 RBIs. So 3-0 now. Top of the third. Cuellar, 3-4. Against the righty, that's a walk plus, and that will walk Fisk. So we'll lead off walk. First walk given up by Cuellar. And that will bring up the pitcher, Ray Culp. He does not have his own batting card, so we will use the Boston pitcher's card. And actually not too bad. A 122 average, 1 homer, and an RBI on the card. We could see a bunt here, so we'll see what happens. We could see a bunt. Infield is going to bring the corners in, expecting it. Strategy roll. That is a 2. Fisk is not going anywhere, and they're not. So we'll call an automatic bunt for Ray Culp. So the bunt is on. So Cuellar, 6-4. That's a walk, and that's cut in half. That 7 is going to be too high. So the bunt is by Culp. His bunt rating is going to be a 4. And that is bunted to the first baseman. That's an 11. He is cornered in, so the bunt rating becomes a 3, and that's going to be a good bunt. Successful sacrifice bunt, and that will be a good bunt. So that will be out number 1, but Fisk will move to second, and that is 1 away. So a good job there by Culp to get the bunt on the sacrifice hit. Fisk over to second, and now the batter is Harper. Harper is 0 for 1. Infield is back. 3-0 O's. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Harper got good bunt skill, but he's going to swing. Cuellar, 4-3. Strikeout 10. Got him. Struck him out. Called strike 3 on him, as a matter of fact. And that's going to be strikeout number 2. For Cuellar, 2 away. That was a nice pitch right down the middle. And here's Aparicio. Aparicio got a double his first time up. Anything on the strat? Nope. Fisk will stay at first. 2 outs. Red Sox trying to get on the board here. Cuellar, 5-5. That is a blank. Aparicio, 5-4. It's a base hit to left field. Fisk had good speed. With 2 outs, his base running rating is a 5. A single to left, +2. There's not going to be a throw. Fisk will come around. He will score, and the Red Sox are on the board. Now 3-1 as Aparicio comes away with an RBI single to get the Red Sox up there. So doing the bunt actually came through with a run. And here's Gagliano. He's 0 for 1. So 2 outs, but now a 3-1 ball game. Strategy, nothing on the 13. Aparicio on it first. Cuellar will deal. Cuellar, 2-2. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 5-2. And that's a ground out to second base. Getting over there is Grich. And he's going to throw to first to get Gagliano. And that will end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit and a walk. But the Red Sox are on the board. Bottom of the third. And let's see. Leading off for the Orioles will be Bobby Grich. And he's 0 for 1. So 3-1 Orioles on a good game here at Friday Night Baseball. Culp, a 6-6 error on a throw. Grich, 2-1. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to center field. That will be Tommy Harper getting to that. And there won't be a throwing error, obviously, 1 down. Next batter is Crowley. Crowley got a bomb his first time up. Culp with the pitch. Culp, 4-3. Again with the home run chance. Crowley a lefty, 1-11, but this time the 18 is too high. Crowley, 3-4, and instead he grounds it to second base. Griffin will get to that, and he'll toss it over. Well, Culp almost made a mistake that time again to Crowley. And now Baylor will get another shot. He's 1 for 1. He had a bomb his first time up as well. Culp, 1-6, walk 6, and that is ball 4. He will walk Baylor. That is the first walk given up by Culp. It will now bring up Powell. Powell 0 for 1. Baylor actually had 24 stolen bases in 72. But he's not getting any here. Culp will go ahead and pitch to Powell. Culp, 5-4. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 3-2. And that's a ground ball hit to short. Easily handled there by Aparicio. He's going to throw to first to get the slower Powell. And that will end the inning. Nothing across except the walk. It's 3-1 Birds after 3. We go to the top of the 4th. Cuellar takes a spot on the mound. Reggie Smith leads off for the Bo Sox. He's 0 for 1. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Brent Strom in a no-hitter for 7 in my 1973 Alstom Advanced. A leadoff homer broke up the no-no with the Indians against the Twins. Brent Strom almost got one there. Cuellar, 6-3. That's a blank. Smith, 5-6, and that's a ground out to third. That will be handled by Robinson. Brooks could actually do it probably with his eyes closed, and that's out number 1. Next up is Petrocelli, and he's 0 for 1. Cuellar, a 4-6. That's a wild pitch, ball 1. Cuellar, 2-2 at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-1, and that's grounded right in front of Hendricks, the catcher. He's got it. He'll throw to first for the out, 2 down. As Hendricks gets that one and makes the play. The batter now is Cater. Cater is 0 for 1. Cuellar gets the sign. 6-3. That is a blank. Cater, 2-3, and that's a power hit to right field. That's a 10, and against the lefty, though, that's going to be a little too high. Getting over there will be Crowley. He'll have plenty of room near the line, and he'll put it away and end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Bo Sox. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Orioles will be Brooks Robinson, the human vacuum cleaner. Robinson with the pitch. Culp with the pitch. Culp, 3-3. That's a walk, and that's ball 4. He will on a 3. He will walk Robinson, and Robinson trots to first. Next up is Hendricks. Hendricks got a double his first time up. Infield is at double play. Robinson had 1 stolen base in 72, and he will not get any more here. Culp, 5-3. That is a blank. Hendricks, 1-1. Fly out to left. Gagliano gets on under it, and he grabs it. Next batter is Belanger. Belanger. I sometimes forget how he said. He's 0 for 1. Robinson stays at first. Culp, 3-6. That's a range play. Belanger, 2-1. That's a line drive right to second. That ball has hit the Griffin. They are a double play depth. His range is normally a 3, but a double play depth, it's a 2. Nope, that's going to be past him. It's going to be a base hit. Robinson does he have the speed to get to third? No, he does not. He will have to hold at second base. There was only 1 out, so Robinson will hold. But a base hit for Belanger. And now the batter is Cuellar. Cuellar reached on an error his first time up. David Vega joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Cuellar will swing away. Strategy roll first. Nothing there. Cuellar can hit the ball. He's got power. Culp will go ahead and pitch. Culp, 1-6. That's a walk, but that 17 is high. Cuellar, 3-3, and that's a ground ball to second base. Let's see if they turn it. 1-1-2. Shortstop pivot, Aparicio, -2 pivot. So there's no double play chance. That's a 3. Robinson goes to third. Belanger is out. Cuellar takes over at first, and there are 2 away. So that is a fielder's choice hit into by Cuellar. And the batter now is Rettenmund. Rettenmund is 0 for 2. Anything on Strat? The 17 says no. Culp with the pitch. Culp, 5-4. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 5-1. And that is a fly to left. And Gagliano is going to get to that one. And he will put it away. And end the inning. Nothing, no runs, 1 hit. There was a walk. But that will end the inning. 3-1 after 4 here in favor of the O's. Glad all of you can join me for some Friday night baseball here on the network. Want to thank all my networkers, because that's what I call you guys now. I call you guys my networkers, because that's what you are. Hey, have to give you guys. I was getting sick and tired of fans and subs and whatever. You're networkers. That's what you are. Top of the 5th, 3-1 O's. And the batter for the Red Sox will be Doug Griffin. And he's 0 for 1. Cuellar will go ahead and pitch. Cuellar, 5-4, possible error. Griffin, 3-5, and that's a line drive right to second. Gritch will get it, and that's out number 1. No errors on lineouts unless there's somebody on base. Next batter is Fisk. Fisk walked his first time up. Cuellar, 5-6, walk 6, and he'll walk again. So Fisk will trot to first as he draws his second walk of the game. It will now bring up the pitcher, Culp, who uses the Boston pitcher's card. He bunted his last time up, may do it again with corners in here. So they're going to call the corners in. And that's a 15, and he is going to get called for the bunt. We are in the RJL net. Yes, you are. So once again, Culp's going to try to bunt Fisk over to second. Cuellar, 4-3, strikeout. Strikeouts are halved. So 27 plus 1 is 28. Divided by 2 is 14. The 18 is too high. So Culp will get the bunt. That's a 5. That is bunted to the third baseman. That's a 17. He is in. So his bunt rating is a 3, a 17. And it's a great bunt. Everyone is going to be safe with a single. A perfectly laid bunt by Ray Culp. And coming in was was Brooks Robinson, but he's going to get there a little too late. And he is safe with a great bunt. And that will go as a single. So Ray Culp comes through with a great bunt. What a job there, as he is safe on the 17, as his bunt rating was reduced to a 3. But he does get the bunt. So now runners at first and second, infield double play. And the batter is Harper. So the Red Sox have something going on here. Can they do it? Yes, Brian B. is right. We don't need no stinking DH. Runners at first and second. Cuellar in a bit of a jam here in the top of the third. Anything on the strat? 16 says no. Cuellar, he'll go ahead and he will pitch. Cuellar, 4-3, strikeout. 18 is high. Harper, 3-6, and against the lefty, it's a base hit past third. Fisk does have good speed, but not that good. He will have to hold at third, and the bases are full of Bo Sox. Harper comes through with a single. And now here's Aparicio. Aparicio, 2 for 2, a single and a double. Infield is going to play 3-1. I think you try. He doesn't ground into many double plays. I think you call the infield in. I think you call the infield in. So bases are loaded. Cuellar will pitch to Aparicio. Strategy roll, nothing on the 16. Cuellar in a jam here. Fans at Memorial Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Cuellar, 5-6. That's a walk, but that 20 is high. Aparicio, 4-6. And Aparicio will get it done as he smacks it into right field. And that's going to be a double to right. Fisk will come in to score. Culp will come in to score. Will Harper score? Base runner 4. Double to right, 0. A 1-4. Harper scores. No, he holds it third, but this game is tied. Stadium groans. A 2 RBI double by Aparicio brings in 2 runs. Harper holds it third. And now a chance for Gagliano. And he's 0 for 2. So tied at 3 now here in the top of the 5th. And infield is still going to stay in because now the go-ahead runs at third base. Strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Cuellar will make the pitch. Cuellar, 4-1. That's a pitcher result. The 18 is high. Gagliano, 3-1. That's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Baylor. He's going to make the catch for out number 2. Gagliano, pretty good with sacrifice flies. A sacrifice fly of 3. And Harper will score. And the Red Sox take the lead. Aparicio does have a base running rating of 3, but since it was hit to left field, it's a -3 automatically to his BR without the arm. He holds. But the Red Sox take the lead. It's 4-3. Stadium groans. No lead is safe at inside pitch. And now the batter is Smith. Now 2 outs. Aparicio on at second after a big-time double. 4-3 Red Sox. The fans here at Memorial Stadium saw a 3-0 lead evaporate pretty much just like that. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Cuellar will pitch. Cuellar, 4-4 against a switch right. That's a blank. Smith, 3-2, and it's a grounder to second base, and Grich will get to that one. And he'll toss it over and retire the side. 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And the Red Sox take a 4-3 lead here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Bobby Grich leads off for B-More, and he is 0 for 2. So Culp now has a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Culp with the pitch. Culp 5-3. That's a blank. Grich 1-3, and that's a line out right to second. Griffin is there, 1 out, right into the glove. Crowley is next, and he's 1 for 2 with a bomb. Culp 6-4. That's a blank. Crowley 4-5, and that's a ground out to second base, and that'll be Griffin again, but this time he has to pick it up on the hop, and he'll throw to first. 2 outs now for a young Don Baylor, and Baylor got a bomb his first time up. He's 1 for 1, though. He's been on base twice, a home run and a walk. So 2 outs now. Red Sox with a 4-3 lead. Culp 6-1, hit by pitch, 20. Wow, you can't miss it more than that. Baylor is an 18, plus 1 from Culp is a 19. That's a 20. You just missed him. Baylor 3-6, and he grounds out the short, handled easily by Aparicio, and he will take his time and toss it over and end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the O's. 4-3 Red Sox now after 5. How quickly a game can change. Top of the 6th. And it will be Rico Petrocelli leading off for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 2. Cuellar still has a little bit left in the tank. Culp, same thing. This is 1972. Baylor argued. He thought it hit him. This is 1972, not 2023. Cuellar 3-1, or 2024 now. Cuellar 3-1, blank. Petrocelli 5-5, fly out to center. Rettenmund is going to get to that one with no problem and put it away. Next up is Cater. Cater 0 for 2. Cuellar, a 4-2. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium 1-2. That's a ground out to second base. Mr. Robert Grich will go ahead and get that and throw it over. Now here's Griffin. Griffin is 0 for 2. Cuellar, 4-3, strikeout 17. That is high. Griffin, 4-3, and that is a ground out to second base again. And once again, Bobby Grich will get there and toss it over and end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th, the 3 up and 3 down. Red Sox holding on to a 4-3 lead. And a very big monster by the name of Boog Powell will step up to the plate. He is 0 for 2, but if Culp makes a mistake, that ball was hit. That ball would be hit out of Memorial Stadium and probably wind up at, 1972, RFK Stadium. Because I believe in Washington, that stadium was standing. Culp, 2-6, that's a blank. Powell, 3-6. Nope, he just grounds it to first base. Getting over there is Cater. And he'll take his time and toss it over, 1 out. Next up is Robinson. The human vacuum cleaner is 0 for 1 with a walk. Can you buy a new felt for dice towers? I'll tell you the truth. I don't know, although my felt here is very, very worn. I'm almost thinking I may have to buy another tower. I haven't asked, though. I don't think there's any warranty on these things, but I don't think so. But this felt is worn. But it's doing the job. Culp, 5-3. That is a blank. Robinson, 4-2. That's a base hit. Robinson hits it past first. And Brooks will get the base. His first hit of the game. It'll bring up Hendricks. Hendricks 1 for 2 with a double. Infield is at double play depth. Look on eBay, Jeremy Brooks, or Amazon. You'll find it. Wooden dice tower. Just type that in. You'll get it. Anything on the strategy and nothing on the 16. Culp will go ahead and pitch. Culp, 2-2. Walk plus. That's ball 4. And now the Orioles are the tying run at second base. So Now Culp in a little bit of danger here. Mark Belanger is next. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Infield will stay at double play depth. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Belanger's not bunting, he's swinging. Culp will go ahead and he will pitch. Culp, 1-3, that's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-2, and it's a deep fly ball center field, but that's as far as it's going to go. Harper's going to get there. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Robinson will stay at second base, 2 down. He will not try for third. And now the batter is the pitcher, Mike Cuellar. And he has got 3 more batters left to face. He's got home run power. He's got home run power. But do you take Cuellar out here? You got runners at first and second. He's got home run power. You know, this is 1972, not 2024. Culp's going to go ahead and pitch. Cuellar will stay out there. He will bat. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Culp will go ahead and he will pitch. Culp, 3-4. Strikeout 2. Easily got him. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. And the inning is over. And that is strikeout number 3 for Culp. No runs, a hit, and a walk. It stays 4-3 after 6. You can also buy one on eBay there, Jeremy Brooks. As I said, that's a guy. These towers are not the same. Every tower is different. Every dice tower is different that the guy makes. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Red Sox lead 4-3 here. Cuellar, this will probably be his last inning. And Pudge will lead it off for the Red Sox, Mr. Carlton Fisk. He has walked twice. He's 0 for 0. Top of the 7th, Cuellar, 5-5. That is a blank. Fisk, 6-4, and that's a line out right back to Cuellar. Puts up his glove. Pow! And good thing he did that because that was heading right for his shoulder. But he makes the play. Out number 1, a line out to the pitcher. And now that brings up the pitcher, Ray Culp. Culp can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. I think here he goes and has 2 more batters before he can tire. But you know what? I'm going to let him pitch. I'm going to let him bat. So Ray Culp will use the Boston pitcher's card. He will bat. Cuellar, 5-4. That's a possible error. Culp, 3-1. It's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is going to be Redmond. But his error rating is a 0. He'll make the catch, and that is out number 1. Actually, I'm sorry, that's out number 2. Fly out to center, 2 down. 2 down, and now we'll see Harper. Harper is 1 for 3. JAA joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Cuellar with the pitch. 3-3, that's a blank. Harper, 1-6, and he popped it up to second base. And getting over there will be Gritch. He will make the play and end the inning. 1, 2, 3. Go the Red Sox. We got a good one tonight. 4-3 here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tonight's game is, of course, the final game for the month of May, which means I will take a day off tomorrow to give my voice a rest. So there'll be no game on Saturday night. We will return on Sunday morning as we'll begin our first game in the month of June. And I know Chuck Rawlings will not miss Sunday morning baseball as the Minnesota Twins will take on the Detroit Tigers from Tiger Stadium. It will be Jim Cott going for the Twins and Mickey Lolich going for the Tigers. So I know Chuck Rawlings will not miss some Sunday morning baseball. Those games are usually between 11 and 11:30 for Sunday morning action. So no baseball tomorrow night. I will return Sunday morning with June 2nd, Minnesota at Detroit, Cott and Lolich. And that should be a pretty good matchup for inside pitch. And as usual, Brian B. always brings up the truck. Bottom of the seventh inning here. Red Sox lead the Orioles 4-3. I will be putting the standings up for the 72 season in the Universal Baseball Lounge. So you guys can go ahead and check that out when I get the standings up. I'll get them in tonight. Who leads off? Leading off will be, for the Orioles, Merv Rettenmund. And he is 0-3, having a rough game, but he will bat. Ray Culp. He can pitch 2 more batters before he tires. This probably be his last inning. Culp, 5-1. That is a blank. Rettenmund, 3-3, and that's flied to left field. Gagliano will get to that and put it away. Out number 1. Next up is Gritch. Gritch is 0-3. Culp, he'll go ahead and pitch. Culp, 5-6. That's a blank. Gritch, 2-4, and that's fly ball to left field again. And once again, Gagliano's got that. And to put it away for out number 2. Culp is now tired. Cuellar, by the way, is tired. But the next batter for the Orioles will be Crowley. Crowley is 1-3. He has a home run in the game. So Culp will go ahead and pitch to Crowley. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Red Sox have a 4-3 lead. Culp, 2-5. That's a base hit right past the pitcher. That is a fatigue result, and that's going to get Culp out of the game. So Crowley does get a single as Culp put that right over the plate, and Crowley got it there, and now the batter is Baylor, and that will be it for Culp. But what a job he did tonight, actually, even though he gave up a couple of bombs. But he gets it done. Red Sox will go to the bullpen, and they've got quite a bit of batters they can deal with. Let's see who they're going to bring on to pitch. And let's see here. Let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Red Sox is going to be Bobby Bolin. No wins, a loss, 5 saves, a 2.93 ERA. Bolin will be the second Red Sox pitcher. Culp does leave with the win so far. So Crowley on at first, so Bobby Bolin will pitch, and he can pitch to 6 batters. So we'll see what he can do. Bolin against Baylor, and strategy rolls are still on, and nothing on the 15. Crowley is there. Bolin with the pitch. Bolin, 1-5, error on a throw. Baylor, 1-4, and against the righty. And against the righty, it's a ground ball right back to Bolin. And Bolin is good. His error rating is a 20. That's going to be a throwing error. Bolin's going to make an error on a throw, throwing to first. The first baseman is Cater. His range is a 4, and he can't get it. So Crowley is on second. Does he take third? Yes, he does. But Baylor will hold it first as he does not have the speed to get to second base. That is an error on Bolin. Wow. That's an E1 as he makes a bad throw to Powell. That's an E1 as he made it to Cater. Cater could not make the play. Crowley does go to third. And Baylor stays at first, though, because the 3 was higher than his 2. But now runners at the corners, and that is an error on Bolin, and that is the second error on the Red Sox. So runners at the corners now, and here comes Powell. Powell is 0 for 3. A bad throw by Bolin makes a big error. And now they'll see what happens here with runners at the corners. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping for a hit. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Bolin will go ahead and pitch. Bolin, 5-5. That is a range play. Powell, 2-3. It's a power hit to right field. That is an 11. Against the righty, it's too high. So it's a range play to the right fielder, Reggie Smith. Smith going after it. His range is a 3. He can't get it, and that is going to be a double for Boog Powell. Crowley will come in to score. Baylor with 2 outs, base runner 3, double to right, -2 though. So only a 1. Baylor will score, and he won't. But the error definitely comes back to haunt the Red Sox. We're tied at 4. Stadium cheers. Yay! Powell picks up a double, and we're now tied at 4 with runners at second and third. The batter is Robinson, and Bolin gave up the run, but the run was really charged. Was that his run? I think it was. 2 outs. They're going to let Bolin pitch and try to get out of this jam, but if he gives up another run, he's out of there. 2 outs here now, tied at 4 in the bottom of the 7th. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 8. Bolin will pitch to Robinson. Robinson is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Bolin with the pitch. Bolin, 2-2, strikeout 1. He got him, side retired. But damage is done. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. And the Orioles tie this game up on a bad error by Bolin, who threw the ball wide. And we're tied at 4 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Luis Aparicio leads off for the Red Sox. He's having a great night tonight, 3 for 3. 2 doubles and a single. Cuellar is done. And the Orioles will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Orioles will be is going to be Rorick Harrison. 3 wins, 4 losses, 4 saves, a 2.30 ERA. Harrison will be the second Orioles pitcher. As Cuellar will get an ND, and Culp now gets a no decision on that. So Rorick Harrison will go up against Aparicio. Top of the 8th, tied at 4. Harrison can pitch to 9, but the Orioles due to bat third. So we'll see what happens. Harrison, 2-2, strikeout, 19 is high. Aparicio, 2-5, and that's flied to left field. And Don Baylor will retire Aparicio for the first time, 1 down. Next up is Gagliano, and he's 0 for 3. Harrison sets up with the pitch. Harrison, 5-1 against the righty. Strikeout plus. That 15 gets him easily. Struck him out. 2 away. And now Smith. Smith is 0 for 3. Harrison, he'll go ahead and pitch. Harrison, 6-3 against the switch left. That's a blank. Smith, 2-3, and that's grounded to third. Over there is Brooks Robinson. He will make the play with his eyes closed and toss it over. And then the inning, 1, 2, 3, go the Red Sox. Harrison gets it done. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Ellie Hendricks is the leadoff batter. Red Sox going to the pen. That will be it for Bolin, as he could not get really much done in that inning. And coming on to pitch for the Red Sox will be the Spaceman, Bill Spaceman Lee. 7 wins, 4 losses, 5 saves, a 3.20 ERA. The Spaceman coming on to pitch for the Red Sox. May see a pinch hitter for Hendricks. Let's see here. And all depends if I have another catcher. And I do. And we will see a pinch hitter. And that will be it for Hendricks. So, yep, we'll see a new pitcher. Hendricks is coming out of the game. And coming on to bat and take over at catcher will be Johnny Quaker Oates. 261 average, 4 homers, 21 RBIs in 72. So Johnny will go. So Oates will now take over at the catcher spot. And he's a 3, 4, 5, and a 0. So Johnny Oates will bat against Lee here to start the bottom of the 8th. Tied at 4, Red Sox and Orioles. Good game here at Memorial Stadium. Spaceman, 2-2. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 3-2. That's ground out to short. Easily handled by Aparicio. And that is out number 1. But Oates will take over at the catcher spot. Belanger is next. He will bat. He's 1 for 3. The reason why they keep him is because he's very good at range. So they will keep Belanger. Lee will go ahead and pitch. Lee, 2-2. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 6-3. And that's a fly out to center field. And Tommy Harper will get to that and make the play. 2 outs. Pinch hitter coming in for Rorick Harrison as he will leave the game. Let's see who the Orioles want to bring on to bat. And coming on to bat for the Orioles is going to be Paul Blair. 233 average, 8 homers, 49 RBIs. Paul Blair will pinch hit for the pitcher here. Spaceman will pitch to Blair. Blair's got pretty good power against lefties. 2 outs. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping Blair can put the O's ahead. Spaceman, 1-4. That's a blank. Blair, 6-4, and that's a ground out to short. Easily handled by Aparicio. He'll take his time and toss it over. And end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the O's. Tied at 4 after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Up first, the top of the 9th. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Rico Petrocelli. He will bat. Orioles need a pitcher. And let's see who they're going to bring on to pitch. And they're going to go with Eddie Watt. 2 wins, 3 losses, 7 saves, a 2.17 ERA. And Watt can pitch to 5 batters. So we'll see what Eddie Watt does here in the top of the 9th. Tied at 4. Eddie Watt, the new pitcher for Baltimore. I don't know much about him. Watt with the pitch. 1-3, error on a grounder. Petrocelli, 5-3. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third, but that ball has hit to Robinson. His error rating is a 4. That's a 2. Brooks Robinson's going to pick it up, and it's going to fall out of his hand, and it's going to be an error. Brooks Robinson makes an oops. Oops. Petrocelli safe on an error on an E5. And that's the first error on the Orioles in the game. They did have an error historically. But Brooks Robinson will make an error at third. What a play there. He couldn't make it. Petrocelli is safe. And the go-ahead run is on. And now the batter is Cater. And they're taking a look at the Boston bench. And they do have some hitters here to see what they can do. And I think but Cater's got good power. I'm going to let him hit. So they're going to have Petrocelli on at first. Infield is now at double play depth. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Petrocelli stays where he is. Watt will make the pitch. Watt, 1-5. That is a blank. Cater, 1-3. And that is a ground ball to short. 3-2-3. Second base, pivot, Grich, 0, 1-3. Double play. No. Petrocelli thrown out at second. And Cater makes first. So fielder's choice. The next batter is Griffin. He will bat. Griffin is 0 for 3. Somebody take that vacuum to the shop. So Cuellar now on at first. Watt is the will pitch. Strategy roll. That is a 3. Cuellar not doing anything. He will stay where he is. Watt will make the pitch. Watt 2-4. Strikeout 19 is high. Griffin 2-6. It's a single into right field for Griffin. It's a base hit. Cuellar, base runner 1. Single to right. Baltimore in the field. Single to right +3. Because not a good arm there. +3. Reggie Smith a -1 arm though, but still a +3 to right field. So actually, no, that's not Smith. That's Crowley. A 1-4. Cuellar makes third. He does. So Cuellar makes it all the way to third base as Crowley, not a good arm. And now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. And if you're Boston, this is who you want to get up next. Here is Pudge. Fisk is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. Infield has to play in. Cuellar on at third, Griffin on at first. Watt in some trouble here, but that error by Robinson really hurts right now. Strategy, nothing on the 5. Griffin stays where he is. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Watt, 2-4. Strikeout 19, that is high. Pudge, 2-2, and it's a fly ball to right field. That is a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Crowley. He makes the catch for out number 2. Fisk has no sacrifice fly. Cuellar is base runner 1, and Crowley's a +1 arm. Okay, on a 1 or 2, Cuellar will score. He does. Just deep enough, they go ahead and send Cuellar. Cuellar comes in, he scores, and the Red Sox take a 5-4 lead. Stadium groans. So the error comes to bite the Orioles in the butt, and that goes as a sacrifice fly to right. Because Terry Crowley, not a good arm, and now we'll see a pinch hitter for Bill Lee as he's coming out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Red Sox will be a young Ben Oglivie, 241 average, 8 homers, 30 RBIs. Griffin on at first, 2 outs now, 5-4 Red Sox. And Watt will pitch to Oglivie here. Griffin on it first. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping Baltimore will have to come in the bottom of the 9th inning. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Griffin stays where he is. Watt with the pitch. Watt, 6-2. Against the lefty, it's a walk plus. That's a 5. And now an insurance run is on second base. And now the batter is Harper, and that'll be it for Watt. He will come out of the game, although the run was unearned, because he is now tired. So the Orioles will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Orioles will be a young Doyle Alexander. 6 wins, 8 losses, 2 saves, a 2.45 ERA. Doyle Alexander will now pitch for the Orioles. He is the 4th Oriole pitcher, and Tommy Harper will hit against him. So Griffin on at second, Oglivie on at first. 2 men out here, top of the 9th. Red Sox, a 5-4 lead. Doyle Alexander now going to go ahead and pitch. Strategy, nothing on the 17. And Alexander, he will pitch. Alexander, 4-6, strikeout, 17, that's high. Harper, 1-1, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to short, and that'll be handled there by Belanger. He's got it, throws to first to end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, and 1 huge error on the vacuum cleaner. Somebody forgot to plug the vacuum cleaner in on that play. It's 5-4 Red Sox, so 9th inning magic strikes in the top of the 9th. Will it strike in the bottom of the ninth? Top of the order for the Orioles, Merv Rettenmund is to lead off. Red Sox need a pitcher. And they're going to go with coming on to pitch for the Red Sox. He had 3 saves and he had 24 relief appearances as a starter. He was not in the early parts of the season, but he will be coming in here. Coming on to pitch for the Red Sox, El Diante, Louis Tiant, 15 wins, 6 losses, 3 saves, a 1.91 ERA. He had 24 relief appearances in 72, and Tiant's going to come on to get the save. Does anybody have a problem if I say Louis Tiant should be in the Hall of Fame? Because I think he should be. So Louis Tiant, El Diante will pitch. Now the question is, do they allow Merv Rettenmund to bat? Let's take a look at the Oriole bench. And actually the answer is yes, he will. The Oriole bench is not that great. So Merv Rettenmund will go up against Louis Tiant as Frank Rosick joins us here at Memorial Stadium. 5-4 Red Sox. Louis Tiant trying to get a save here. Tiant, 5-3. That's a walk. And that 18, believe it or not, he walks the leadoff batter. Rettenmund goes to first. Wow, why is it almost every time I bring in a relief pitcher, the first thing he does is walk? That is a 5-3. That's a walk. And against the righty, Rettenmund is a 20. -1 is a 19. That was an 18. And now the batter is Gritch. What, did you expect the 1-2-3 closing inning on RJL Network? I think not. Double play depth is called. Tiant will go ahead and pitch to Gritch. Gritch is 0 for 4. Rettenmund sets up. Strategy rolls are still on. That's a 14. Rettenmund will stay where he is. Rettenmund's got good speed. Tiant with the pitch. Tiant, 3-1 against the righty. Strikeout plus. He comes back with a 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he walks the leadoff batter and strikes out the next one. And now here's Crowley. Crowley will bat. Crowley 2 for 4, a home run and a single. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Rettenmund stays at first. Louis Tiant trying to go ahead and get this out. Looking in on Crowley. Fans here at Memorial Stadium know if Tiant makes a mistake, it's a win. It's a win game for the O's. Tiant with the pitch. 5-4. That is an automatic out. And that is a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Harper. He'll have no problem getting it. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And now the last chance for the Orioles will be Don Baylor. Baylor is 1 for 2. Got a home run, reached on an error, and walked. So Rettenmund on at first, 2 outs. Louis Tiant trying to get the save here for the Red Sox. Fans at Memorial Stadium hoping the O's can get it done. Baylor again. If Tiant makes a mistake, this game is over. Tiant will set it up, and he's strategy roll. Nothing happening. Rettenmund stays at first. Tiant will pitch, and he will let it fly. 2-6. And that is a walk plus. That's a 7. And it's ball 4, and the tying run is in scoring position. Another walk given up by Tiant. And now the batter is Boog Powell. The fans here, Tiant doing everything he can. Tiant is not tired yet, but he will be after Powell. So power versus power here, as John Haverly says. Rettenmund on it second, Baylor on it first. 2 outs. So hard to get that final out. Tiant looking on at Powell. Strategy. Nothing on the 7. Fans are loud, hoping they can mess up Tiant. Powell gets in the batter's box. Gets ready. The pitch. Tiant, 2-2, strikeout 15. That just missed. Powell will swing. 5-3, and it's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Tommy Harper. He takes 2 steps to his right, puts out his glove, block, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Red Sox will beat the Orioles tonight, 5-4, in a pretty good matchup here on the network. Stadium groans. Nothing across except a couple of walks as Powell goes ahead and flies out to center field. And that will be a win for the Red Sox tonight on the Orioles. And the Red Sox will get back to 500. They'll be 17-17. And the Orioles drop to 22-14. But a good game tonight here at Memorial Stadium. And, of course, you should get some good games here with Inside Pitch. Final line score coming up. Brooks is a bum. Brooks is a bum. Let's see. I think Lee gets the win, doesn't he? Who gets the loss? Watt? Yeah, Watt takes the loss. Sure. For the Red Sox, 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. For the Orioles, 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 huge error on the vacuum cleaner. The winning pitcher is Spaceman Lee. He will get the win. And Eddie Watt's going to get the loss. Louis Tiant will pick up the save. So a nice job there by the Red Sox to get a big win here in Baltimore on Inside Pitch. And a nice 5-4 victory. And we'll give the Red Sox some credit for getting behind 3-0 and then taking the game right away from the Orioles. We are not done yet. 10-minute ticker is coming right up. So that was a pretty good game, guys. I thought that was exciting. Could have went either way. Glad you enjoyed it. Make sure someone tells Al Red Sox fan that his Red Sox came away with a victory. It is time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Red Sox get the victory over Baltimore here, 5-4, and we will now end the month of May, starting on May 30th. White Sox at California. White Sox 5-14, that's 0. Angels 762, that is 5, a win for the Halos. Yankees and the Brewers. Yankees 10-35, and that is 3. Brewers 8-22, and that is 2. That's a win for the Yankees. Kansas City at Minnesota. Royals 13-13, that is 1. Twins 9-43, that is 4, a win for the Twins. Oakland at Texas. Athletics 11-32, and that is 3. Rangers 363, and that is 5. The Rangers get the win at 10. Reds and the Astros, Brian B. versus Steeler fan. Brian B. 12-26, and that is 3. Steeler fan 13-56, that is 6, and that's going to be a win for Steeler fan. Phillies and the Mets. Mets have been playing pretty darn well lately. And a good pitching matchup this was. Carlton against Matlack. Can the Mets continue the winning ways? Phillies 4-41. And that is 2. Mets 0-46. And that is also 2. They will tie. They will tie and go to extras. And I feel good with the Mets in extra innings. Phillies, 4, -2 is 2. Mets, 6, +4 is 10. And the Mets will get a happy recap in extras. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers, 1334. 1334, that is 4. Giants, 955, and that is 5. That's a win for the G-Men. On to May 31st, White Sox at Angels. White Sox, 1453, and that is 6. Angels, 531, and that is 2, and that is a win for the Pale Hose. Detroit at Cleveland. Tigers, 1162, and that is 6. Indians, 651, and that is 4. That's a win for Chuck Rawlings. Yankees and the Brewers. Yankees, 1431, and that is 3. Brewers, 634, and that is 2. And that's another win for the Yankees. Kansas City at Minnesota. Kansas City, 826, that is 2. Twins, 1445, and that is 5. Another win for the Twins. Oakland at Texas. Athletics, 1426, and that is 3. Rangers, 051, that's 2. The Athletics will still get the win. Padres and the Braves. Padres, 1135, and that is 3. Braves, 1231, and that is 3 as well. We have extras. Let's see. Padres, 5, +2 is 7. Braves, 1, +2 is 3. That will be a win for San Diego. Cardinals and the Cubs. Pretty good pitching matchup. Gibby against Fergie. Cardinals, 863, and that is 6. Cubs, 816, and that is 1, and that's a win for the Redbirds. Brian B against Steeler fan. Brian B, 1825, and that is 4. Steeler fan, 961, and that is 6. Another win for Steeler fan. Pittsburgh and the Expos. Pirates, 1512, that is 1. Expos, 754, and that is 4. A win for the Spos. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers, 836, and that's 3. Giants, 1265, that is 8. And the Giants are beginning to play a little better lately. On to June 1st, Boston at Baltimore. Red Sox, 1033, and that is 3. Orioles, 1341, and that's 4. The O's will win that one. Detroit at Cleveland. Tigers, 214, that's 0. Cleveland, 546. I should say Chuck Rawlings, that is 0. Brian Patterson, 546, and that is 3. And that is a win for Brian Patterson. Yankees and Milwaukee. Yankees, let's see here, 1716, that is 3. Brewers, 1342, and that's 4. That is a win for the Brew Crew. Royals in Minnesota. Royals, 1033, that is 3. Twins, 925, and that is 2. That's a win for the Royals. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals, 962, that is 6. Cubs, 1142, that is 4. That's a win for the Redbirds. Brian B against Steeler fan. Brian B, 1842, and that is 5. Steeler fan, 1714, and that is 2, and that win belongs to Brian B. Philadelphia and RJL Network, or RJL 518. Philadelphia and the Mets. Phillies, 564, that is 6. But the Mets, 1664, that is 9. And another happy recap for RJL Network. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers, 13, that is 1. Giants 15-35, and that is 4. And that is a win for the G-Man. Did he call you a 0? Thank you all for joining. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Always Sunday morning. Sunday morning, we will be at Tiger Stadium as the Minnesota Twins will take on Chuck Rawlings and the Detroit Tigers. Jim Cott will be going for the Twins, and Mickey Lolich will be going for the Tigers. A good matchup there between two teams that do have winning records. Could be very interesting in the matchup on Sunday morning. Minnesota at Detroit. Cott and Lolich. Be there or be square. Doug Hunt, Brian Patterson, Chuck Rawlings, Sports Time Machine, John Haverly, David Vega, Frank Rosank, Brian B., JAA, Jeremy Brooks, and Clee Baseball Fan. And let's see here. Let's see. Phoenix Knight and Jimmy Jam. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys Sunday morning. It is a win for the Bo Sox. They go ahead and corral the Birds. Red Sox get the win today, 5-4. See you Sunday morning. Take care.